The words hit me like a slap in the face. Fat old hag, you really gonna stuff your face with all that? Laughter exploded around the dinner table, my own family, turning my pain into their punchline. I sat there, heart shattering, but I didn't break, not yet. That night, everything changed. Hey folks, before we dive deeper into this heart-wrenching tale of betrayal, empowerment, and sweet justice, do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on Silver Mike Official right now. If stories like this fire you up, you'll want more. All right, let's get into it. I'm Eleanor Hayes, 68 years old, a widow clinging to the fragments of a life I built brick by brick in our modest ranch home on the outskirts of Detroit. My husband, Frank, and I poured our souls into this place, nights spent scraping together pennies from his factory job and my accounting gigs at the local mill. We raised our son, Derek, here, teaching him values like loyalty and hard work. But after Frank's cancer stole him away 7 years ago, the walls that once echoed with love started closing in. Derek and his wife, Vanessa, moved in to help. At first, it felt like a lifeline. I was drowning in grief, bills piling up like unspoken regrets. Vanessa took over the finances with her polished smile. "Don't worry, Mom, I've got this. You're not as quick with numbers anymore." I handed over bank logins, signed papers in a haze, trusting because they were blood. But trust, it's a fragile thing, and Vanessa shattered it piece by piece. That fateful Sunday dinner started innocently enough. The air thick with the scent of my slow-cooked brisket, the table set with the china Frank and I bought on our honeymoon. Derek slouched in his chair, eyes glued to his phone, avoiding mine. The grandkids, Lily, 11, and Jake, 9, fidgeted with gadgets, barely acknowledging the meal. Vanessa, in her designer jeans, ones I never saw her buy on our budget, served portions with flair. I reached for a modest second helping, my hands trembling from years of silent sacrifice. That's when Vanessa's eyes locked on me, her lips curling into a venomous grin. "Whoa, Eleanor, slow down. At your weight and age, you're one bite away from a heart attack. We wouldn't want to call the ambulance mid-meal, would we?" The table erupted in cruel chuckles. Derek muttered something under his breath, but didn't defend me, his own mother. The kids snickered, mimicking her cruelty without understanding the dagger it plunged into my soul. My face burned, tears pricking like hot coals, but I swallowed the scream rising in my throat. I rose slowly, napkin clutched like a shield. "Bon appetit, everyone," I whispered, voice cracking like thunder in the silence that followed. Upstairs in my cramped room, the one they'd relegated me to like an unwanted relic, I collapsed onto the bed. The springs groaned under the weight of my despair. Memories flooded, Frank's proud voice, Eleanor as the glue holding us together. Now, I was just the joke, the burden, the forgotten. But in that darkness, a spark ignited. Not tears, but fury. A cold, calculating resolve. I yanked open my dresser, dust motes dancing in the moonlight, and pulled out faded folders of forgotten documents. Deeds in my name, bank statements I'd ignored, our rental property, a small storefront in town, leased to a bakery, its income my safety net. Vanessa had managed it all. "It's fine, Mom, trust me." Trust? Huh! Sleepless, I pored over the papers by flashlight. Discrepancies leaped out like accusations, unauthorized charges, luxury splurges, payments siphoned from my rental funds. Vanessa's sales fines weren't bargains, they were stolen from me. My heart pounded, betrayal twisting like a knife. Dawn broke, and with it, my rebirth. The house stirred. Vanessa's voice drifted from downstairs, frantic on the phone. I ignored it, brewing coffee with steady hands, hands that had balanced books through recessions, raised a child through hardships. My phone buzzed, a bank alert. Suspicious activity. I logged in, pulse racing. Thousands drained, spy retreats, high-end gadgets, even a cruise deposit, all on a card in my name with Vanessa as the authorized user. She'd forged my trust into a weapon, living lavishly while mocking my existence. I didn't confront her, not with raw emotion. I slipped out, bus rumbling through the city as I headed to the bank. The teller, a sympathetic woman named Maria, gasped at the records. "Mrs. Hayes, this is fraud. We can freeze it now." I nodded, steel in my spine. Do it, all of it. Papers in hand, evidence burning like fire, I next called attorney Marcus Reed, an old ally from Frank's days. "Eleanor, what's happened?" His office smelled of leather and justice. I spilled it all, the mockery that masked deeper theft, years of gaslighting, Derek's complicit silence. Marcus's face hardened. "This isn't family squabbles, it's embezzlement. We revoke everything today." We drafted ironclad documents, powers revoked, accounts locked, rental income redirected to me alone. "They'll fight, but you're the rightful owner. Stand firm." Homeward, storm clouds gathered, literal and metaphorical. Vanessa paced like a caged animal, face ashen. "The bank called. Some error?" Her voice trembled, facade cracking. Derek burst in, sweating. "Mom, what have you done?" That night, thunder rumbling outside, I laid the truth bare at the kitchen table. "You've stolen from me. My money, my dignity, my home." Vanessa exploded in tears and denials. "It was loans. We'd pay back." Derek hung his head, whispering, "I knew, but I didn't stop it." The grandkids watched wide-eyed as their world shattered. Chaos ensued, arguments echoing through the halls, suitcases packed in rage. But I held the line. We sought counseling, boundaries redrawn like battle lines. They stayed, but on my terms, fair contributions, respect earned. I reclaimed my master bedroom, started consulting gigs, even danced alone to Frank's old records. At 68, I wasn't fading, I was fierce. This isn't just my story, it's a wake-up call. In the quiet corners of betrayal, we find our loudest strength. Don't let silence steal your worth. Rise, reclaim, roar. Family isn't blind endurance, it's mutual respect. If you've been diminished, remember, your fire never dies. It waits for the spark. Loved this emotional roller coaster? Subscribe to Silver Mike Official now for more inspiring tales that hit home. Drop a comment. What's your story of rising from the ashes? Share this video far and wide. Someone needs this today. Thanks for watching. Stay empowered.